Hello and welcome to another edition of the Empathic Designer podcast. I am your host Vytheeshwaran. We're all familiar with this term writer's block. While it has been proved beyond doubt that this writer's block is nothing more than a myth, we still see people struggling to create or curate solid quality content. In today's episode, I'm going to help you understand a simple 8-step process that you can adapt to overcome this writer's block. You can use these steps in any situation, ranging from writing a simple article to a manuscript, a book, a research paper, while creating reports, or even making a presentation. So let's get started. So once you have your topic in hand, the first step is to generate ideas. Research and collate as many ideas as possible on your topic. A good way to make this happen is by using a whiteboard with post-it notes. This will ensure that you spend less time jotting down ideas and have more time to analyze them. Once you've generated your ideas, the second step is to filter them. Move your ideas between two columns, yes and no, until you're happy with what you have on both sides of the table. Once this is done, you can start focusing on the ideas that you've filtered under the yes column and then move on to the third step, which is chunking of ideas. So this is where you get to organize similar or derivative ideas into common groups. This step will give you an idea of the various sub-ideas that you'll be covering under your main topic. Once the ideas are chunked, it's time to move to step 4, which is to create a singular message for each of the chunks of ideas that you have created in the previous step. Write down one single statement that represents each chunk of ideas. Performing this step will give you the key messages that you should be delivering as part of your content. Once you have your key messages ready, you can transition to step 5, which involves the arrangement of these key messages into a logical sequence, which also creates maximum impact for your audience. At the end of this step, you should be having your table of contents and the flow of the various subtopics under your main content. So once this structure is generated, we can move to the next step, which is step 6, that involves the addition of supporting points for each of your key messages. You can add anywhere between 2 to 6 supporting points under each message. By now, you should have a document that has a rudimentary flow of ideas and content. Moving on to step 7, we get to expand and refine these supporting points that we have generated. Each supporting point should have a well-defined beginning, a meaningful middle, and an impactful end, acting as a segue into the subsequent point, thereby creating a sense of flow and sequence. Your work is now almost done. It's time to take the final step, the addition of contrast in emotion and delivery. This is the step where your content comes to life and the context and the individuality and the cohesion of the various sections are now brought together. If you want to learn more about how to implement these 8 steps, please feel free to reach out to me and I'd love to have a conversation with you. Thanks a lot for tuning into this edition of the Empathic Designer podcast. If you like what you heard, go ahead and hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to catch the latest videos and live streams first. If you have any questions or observations that you would like to share, do leave a message under the comment section and I would love to have a conversation with you. Thank you and have a wonderful day.